arguably probably the best one, I think, because
I think so.
we just visit Wanda's backstory,
her story, which is amazing.
In full. That one, oh wait, yeah, we're not following any spoofs on any sitcoms anymore. It's just her backstory, and it's fantastic.
It really is. Just everything in this episode, because we don't know anything about Wanda in the series. All we know is like, oh yeah, she was her parents were bombed by Tony Stark's missile. She was young. She joined Hydra. She got her powers, and now she's with the event. Like that's pretty much all we got.
She watched her brother die, and
yeah. He got shot by a bullet. The guy who could run faster than bullets got shot by a bullet and died, and he's not coming back. Stupid fans.
Yeah, that's rough. That's why she's grieving. She's like, it shouldn't have happened.
It shouldn't happen. It really shouldn't.
Yeah, but I like it because like it started off. It gives a perfect explanation for like the sitcoms and everything. Like they grew up watching.
It makes everything
like in Sokovia.
It makes everything so much sadder.
And because they're in English, like they're trying to practice their English. I thought that was kind of like a cool little touch.
Yeah,
and I also like how like of all of them, like they did show like it was all of these like in just one little case. And I love how her favorite one was just the entire collection of the Dick Van Dyke, because that was the very first episode. That's personally.
That's right. Yeah, like that was the first thing that she made the Dick Van Dyke Show. But that's great because it then makes sitcoms for Wanda a symbol for like the perfect American life, which she always wanted. Obviously, was never able to have. You know, and like when she was, even when we see when she was in America, which is one of, I think, the best acted scenes in the MCU, when she's in Avengers headquarters with Vision, like the first time, like when he sits down on the bed with her, like they're watching Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah. Like that's one of the best scenes because like that's the kind of life she wants. She just wants like a sitcom life, you know. And we didn't see her and Vision's relationship develop at all. Like it was all totally really like off screen throughout the MCU. It's like. He picked her up at the end of Age of Ultron. Then in Civil War, like they're living together. Then in Infinity War, they're in this different country together. And then he dies. And like obviously they have the relationship, but we don't see it develop. So I'm glad
we are out of time.
We are out of time. Oh man, I watch Infinity War all day.
Yeah, dude, he just like Vision. He just got shit on the entire movie.
Really did. Legit. He was the only one. Vision's such a good. I never even realized how awesome Vision it was of a character until this show, because he's a robot trying to understand human emotion, and most of the time he gets it more right than the humans do. And a thing where he was the only one willing to sacrifice. And he's like, no, like you have to kill me to stop this, and the Avengers were too stubborn, and they're like, no, we can't do that, and they ended up losing. Like, he was the only one who understood that. Yeah. He was the only one who understood the sacrifices that had to be made.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get some amazing scenes in this episode.
Yeah, it's the sitcoms, her powers get like enhanced.
Yeah, when she sees the stone and there's the Scarlet Witch,
and then it was Malcolm in the Middle, where Vision comes in.
I love that
and
scene.
then, what was after that? Oh, when she goes into Sword to see his body. Like, he deserves at least the funeral. And it's set up to the point where, like, Hayward's trying to make it seem that she stole Vision's body, but she created, like, a lifelike version of him in the Hex. They just took Vision's corpse and they want to try and dismantle it and make White Vision, yeah.
Which I realized upon rewatching the show. Hayward was tracking Vision from inside the Hex, right?
Yes.
He was tracking him by signs of like vibranium, like decayed vibranium. And that Vision inside the Hex was completely from Wanda's mind. So that means that Wanda created vibranium.
Ooh.
The strongest thing in the universe, which is pretty insane, yeah. Like, I thought of that, you know, after rewatching it. I'm like, dang, you know, like, that's crazy. But, one of my favorite shots is in this episode also. After, you know, she gets the envelope where it's, like, the hard to grow old.
Oh, dude, that just tore...
Yeah, there's a sad... Like I said, this makes everything sadder. It makes every sitcom sadder,
the emotions. They just bought a lot so, like, she could... Like finally live the sitcom life, but like everyone was gone, and that was just like
But one of my favorite shots is when, she's making everything, the 50s, and she creates Vision, and everything's black and white except for her, which, again, was in the very first trailer, which she shouldn't have put in the first. I'm like, come on, don't put that in the first trailer. It's a pretty big part. But they put that there, and Vision standing there in black and white, and it's right after she goes crazy and creates everything. And she steps forward, and the shot's like right here, and you see the back, and she's in black and white. She has like the high heels. I love that shot so much. Is that like the end of this episode just explains
as they were about to sit down, you felt like that was the end of the episode, but no. She was there. Wanda was behind them watching in color, and then they used the actual set.
Yeah.
Where Agatha was there, she was just applauding. She was just like, "Well done, hon." And just like.
And then she went outside.
And then we did the big reveal of her in her costume, and she was just choking the children. Yeah. And then she did the name reveal. We all know it's her name, but we need them to say it.
It shows how easily entertained Marvel fans are. They said the thing.
They said her name.
I knew that was her name.
She's the main character. They didn't say her name once.
Oh my god, yeah. Alright, that's it. I was talking about the finale.
The finale. This one, we
people hate this episode. People hate the finale.
I don't know why, though. They're this is the one thing they wanted, and it wasn't good enough for them.
I know. I mean, I'm not disappointed with the finale. I think it's great, but I can see why people are, because it took a lot of the things that were set up and didn't pay them off. With Quicksilver, most notably.
Boner.
Yeah, they set it up for that, for Ralph Boner. And that was Ralph, though, that Agnes would always talk about. I didn't realize that till after the episode.
I kind of hope that, they wouldn't just, talk about it. It would just be one of those things, where the one, the one nosy neighbor who just always talks about, the spouse, but we never see it.
Yeah.
Kind of like how in, Home Improvement, there's just this one neighbor that's
Wilson?
Wilson, who's always there. You never see his mouth. He's always there to help the characters and, some
he's always over the fence.
Over the fence, yeah.
Fantastic. But, yeah, a lot of the stuff in this, so I only saw, this is the only one I only saw once. So, was it, they go into the Hex, or, no, so...
No.
Help me out here.
So White Vision is unleashed. He comes
White
in.
Vision, right.
He sees Wanda. The boys are released and they're running home. Vision, he's trying to kill her, and then Vision comes in, and then the Visions go off and they duel with their with their
brains,
stones, their brains. Yeah, they're just shooting beams out of their brains, just
And then they're in the library and they talk about philosophy.
Yeah, and then
White Vision leaves.
Yeah, they do nothing with it. But on the side, the main focus is Agnes is dueling she's dueling Wanda with Scarlet Witch. We can call her Scarlet Witch now. And in the middle, she finally she just cuts the strings, as she put it, on all of the people that were under Wanda's control, and they all start turning on her. They're
Which makes sense, yeah.
And I actually like that touch. And even at the end, they didn't forgive her.
Another thing that people say they don't like about this episode, which I don't understand at all, is they think that Wanda just got off. They didn't antagonize her enough in this episode, because they said she terrorized these people for a week. And they just kind of let her go free, but I don't think they did. The people all hate Wanda. At the end, in the post-credit scene, she's literally living in seclusion.
Yeah, they're all giving her the death
in the mountains.
Yeah,
she gets a cabin in the mountains.
It didn't need to be said. They didn't need to chase her out of there and be "Get out, you monster!" They just all gave her the death stare. It was just it didn't need to be said.
Mm-hmm.
It was
But
and then as she's shaooting the chaos magic, as we found out red wiggly woos are, it's so Agatha absorbs it, because she's just a witch and she can do that, I guess. Because
we saw that in the first scene of
in the Salem witch trials, where she takes the Salem 7 or 8, she just absorbs their power and they just become shriveled and gross.
Yeah,
and
the
dead.
same thing starts to happen to Wanda, right? Yeah.
But then, after, the spell, once we cast the spell, you can't use your magic in there.
The
runes, and then, she just gets all the magic back, and then she gets her comic book wardrobe, her comic book costume.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
It's a cool new costume, yeah.
It's not like bright red, I like it. It's more of like a maroon.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you said.
the Maroon Witch.
The Maroon
5.
Adam Levine just walks in, he's...
Cameo, yeah.
Memories bring back, memories bring back... So, yeah, she wins, and, like, Agatha's just, like, tired out, and then she's like, no, don't kill me, you don't know what you're doing, you might need me. And she's like, yeah, I know, which is why I'm going to keep you here, I'm going to keep you here, and if I need you, I know where to find you. Because, like, in the comics, she actually kind of mentored Scarlet Witch at some point to help her. So, like, if she needs, like, an increased knowledge about, like, being a witch, like, she knows where to find her. So, like, they didn't conclude it. It's kind of like almost a to be continued. Like,
that's
it's just,
cool.
like, leaving up, like, opportunity in the future. And then, like, she has to do the goodbyes with Billy, Tommy, and Vision.
Oh man.
They go to sleep, and then it's just they put them to bed, and it's just so perfect and sad.
And then she talks to Vision of how, like,
they're seeing
you're the piece of the Mind Stone that lives in me, so which means that kind of the Infinity Stones are reduced to atoms now in this timeline. The only semblance of an Infinity Stone lives in Wanda now.
Yeah.
You know, because Thanos destroyed them all, but she still has a little sliver of the Mind Stone living with her, which makes her incredibly powerful.
Yeah. Like, as they're, like, having this emotional conversation, like, you see the hex coming towards them, and as it's prolonged, it's like, shouldn't it have hit them already? It's like, what?
Yeah, it closes right around.
She's still talking, and, like, he's just fading away.
Like, wrap it up on it.
Yeah, but, like, it was just so emotional, just, like...
And then I love when Hex is gone, and she's just standing there in the foundation.
Yeah.
You know?
And then she's just walking out, and everybody's, again, giving them, like, the death glare. Ignore him, Herb.
I'm so upset that Herb is bald. That's the most...
Yeah!
That was the most disappointing thing in the whole show.
Yeah. He had, like, the best fro.
He had the best hair in all the episodes.
And then he was just bald in the 90s episode. It was like,
what? Oh, Monica got her powers.
Monica got her powers. Yeah, we totally glossed over that.
Photon.
Yeah, in the 7th one, she just, like, walked through the hex, and she was like, you
blue.
know what? No, I'm gonna be strong.
I'm gonna listen to voices in my head from past movies and my eyes are gonna be blue, and that means superpowers.
Yeah, she just like
Marvel science.
And like I don't even know what like power she has, but she just like absorbed bullets.
She was able to
like,
see through. She was like Neo at the end of the Matrix. She was able to see through the hacks. You know, like she could tell what's real and what's not. You know how Neo could see the zeros and ones and everything. Yeah. That's what it's the Matrix meets Truman Show meets Marvel. That's what the show is.
Boom.
Yeah, that's how it was probably pitched, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I like it. Money.
I want to buy this. What was I going to say? Oh, I feel like that there's... Whenever they were mentioning Captain Marvel, or allude to Captain Marvel in Monica's presence, it was always in like a negative tone. She's like, don't talk about that right now. So I feel like they have a past that we didn't see it that we'll probably see in Captain Marvel too.
Yeah.
Because they only saw each other in Captain Marvel,
when
where
she was
there and she was a little girl, and Monica designed Carol's suit.
And then that was it.
And then that was it. So I assume she's going to be in Captain Marvel too, along with Nick Fury and the Skrulls, you know, and
Talos.
Yeah, that was one of the post-credit scenes where she's in the movie theater and the Skrull is there.
I hate it when they do that. It's just going to be like really important people, and then it's just going to be a Skrull. It's just going to be like, oh, come on.
The Secret Wars is good. That's coming on Disney Plus in a while.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's like a talking to a little bit like a friend, an old friend of yours. One is like, where is he? And she goes like that, meaning space. But it's like, he's in the attic. He's on the roof.
Yeah. He's in the mezzanine.
Yeah. And then the second post-credit scene I love, how she's just living alone.
It's basically like the end scene of like the Incredible Hulk, which nobody even realized.
Oh yeah.
Where like he's just alone trying to like control his power.
Yeah.
Like she's studying like the chaos magic.
Yeah. But sorry, I just totally interrupted you.
No, you can go.
Sorry. Doctor Strange. That was like in Doctor Strange's movie. he was sleeping in his astral form. He was studying the books and stuff.
Yeah.
Wanda, it shows that she's more powerful. Agnes said you're more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
Sets up some sort of collision with them in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't have to be sleeping to be in her astral form, like Strange. Like, she was able to do so. She was making tea while her astral form was studying magic.
Yeah.
And then she heard her kids yelling for her.
Yeah, and people are thinking that now that, like, she heard her kids, like, they were just created in the Hex, just like Vision, so they might be a part of Mephisto or something, but we'll get to Mephisto. I don't know, but, like, either way, we think Billy and Tommy, they're going to come back as Wiccan and Speed, and then the Young Avengers, and that's going to be a hoot.
It's a hoot, yeah.
But, yeah.
Was that the Ultra Speedy Speed Round?
The Ultra Speedy Speed Round.
Ultimate
that took
speed.
us, like, an hour.
Yeah.
So now we're going to talk about how Kevin Feige loves to troll his fans. So, like, the number one thing that he did was definitely X-Men Quicksilver.
Yes.
With Evan Peters. Everybody thought they were going to, like, introduce the multiverse, and, like, because, like, Disney Plus had the X-Men movies now, because they own Fox now. It's just, they thought, oh my gosh, guys, this is going to be so big. But no, it was all set up for a boner joke.
That's all it was.
And I love it. But for me, I haven't seen the X-Men movies, so...
I haven't seen the ones with him.
Yeah.
I just know that.
I know, but it was kind of funny for me. But, like, again, they're going to be setting up a lot more. It's just... Everybody in Marvel, they're aware that all the fans love to theorize,
and
but
just
for it to end up being nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it was great. I love it. Other things that, like, happened with Mephisto, they thought that, like, with Agnes there was going to be Mephisto. Like, they made a deal with the devil, and, like, that's how this whole thing happened. Like, people now, like we just said, like, people now think that, like, Billy and Tommy, they're a part of, like, Mephisto's soul or something, and just...
Friggin' Mephisto,
I don't know.
Dude.
Yeah, frickin' Mephisto. But again, like, they did say that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was probably going to be a horror movie, but then it wasn't. So again, maybe the devil?
It's directed by Sam Raimi, who directed the Spider-Man movies. Doctor Strange is going to be in the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
And Sam Raimi directs a lot of horror movies, so that's what people are thinking.
Yeah. And then the other thing is Monica Rambeau. She was teasing at an aerospace engineer, and everybody just thought that because...
I didn't even catch on to that.
I didn't either. Like, people just thought that, like, because they finally greenlit the Fantastic Four in the MCU, they were just like, it's Reed Richards! We're gonna see John Krasinski, everybody! And then it was just, like, a nobody.
Imagine.
And they were like, no! I hate this episode now! Like, they were getting all, like, weird like that. I was like, no, just stop.
How about Jimmy Woo in the final episode? When he, like, escapes from, like, the handcuffs and he says flourish. Like how Vision said in the second episode after the magic trick. Just to himself. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Hi, can you guys get here, like, inside the hour?
Inside the hour,
You should have just, like, winked at the camera and then it's like, good night, everybody. I'll see you in the...
Seinfeld.
I'll see you in the Jimmy Woo series.
Yes.
But that's the thing, some fan came up with an idea that, like, Jimmy Woo, like, he would have his own Disney Plus series, but it would be, like, in the style of the X-Files. Like, he'd be going, like, solving mysteries like the Hex with Darcy Lewis, and it would be great because, I mean, even though, like, I love the trio, I think, like, the two, just, like, Darcy and, like, Jimmy, like, that's just gonna be...
It's
gonna be great.
That'd be great, yeah.
Asian Jim. He is Asian Jim. And, like, the only other thing that, like, I think we have to talk about is, like, White Vision. Like, they talk philosophy in the 9th episode, and then just, like, the fake Vision, he restores his vision, and then he's just like, I am Vision. And he just goes away.
Yeah.
Like
the way I took it, and apparently people are taking this a lot of different ways. The way I took it when I watched it is that White Vision is the same body that Vision has always been up until Infinity War. Yeah. So, obviously he doesn't have the Mind Stone, so we might not have the same connection to Wanda. Which makes, I told you, it makes Infinity War sadder, because what they were trying to do, they were prolonging killing off Vision because they wanted to remove the Mind Stone from his head. And while that may have worked, if they didn't run out of time, Vision wouldn't have loved Wanda anymore if he didn't have the Mind Stone, because that's what connected them.
So
like if he didn't have that, Wanda would still not have him, which makes it so mumuch sadder. They were trying to do something that wouldn't have worked anyway.
Yeah, that's just depressing.
Yeah, but it like it was the same Vision, not the Mind Stone, but he has all of his old memories, and they were all blocked by Hayward. So Hex Vision, removed that block, and he's like, I'm Vision, and then he remembered everything, I guess, and then flew away into the MCU. So he has to come back,
Yeah, again with the Agnes thing, it's just setting up more stuff, but I don't know. They probably could have set it up for future possibilities better, because he was just there and then gone so easily. They were just shooting their brain beams at each other, and then it was just, I don't know. Let's talk about the commercials.
Sound like Nick Cage stuff.
Let's talk about the commercials.
So the very first commercial is every episode, every commercial. If you take all of the dialogue, the voiceover, out of context, then it is it completely relates to the plot. The first one, maybe not the first one, but it's the red beeping is the same exact sound as the missile.
The Stark missile.
The Stark missile. And when that was out, I'm like, oh my god, that is crazy. And when it wouldn't pop, the girl looks at the camera, it wouldn't blow up. And like that. Oh my god. There's the 60s one.
That was the Hydra watch.
Yeah. It's man. I love the voiceover. So, there's that, and it's Hydra, and the 70s one, is that Hydra Soak? Yes.
Yeah.
70s is Hydra Soak, and it's a blue cube, Hydra Soak.
It's a blue cube, yeah,
And then escape to a world all your own, and Hydra gave her the powers.
Tesseract.
The fifth one is Lagos paper towels for when you make a mess you didn't mean to. That is so funny.
Yeah.
I was laughing there.
And then
the 90s
that
one,
was just
that
weird.
Was the scariest one.
That was
the claymation with
one.
the kid trying to open up the what's it called?
Was it yogurt?
Yeah, the yogurt, and he just
the
died.
shark.
I don't really know the full meaning of that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that was just there for shits and giggles.
It could be something the kids with the magic. I'm not sure though. I didn't watch any theories on it. I'm not sure. And then the 2000s one was the most on the nose with Nexus. I think Nexus is actually something in the MCU or in the Marvel comics about the multiverse. So that's why everyone thought more. Yeah. But yeah, that's that it?
Yeah, I think that's it, bro. As I was saying
before,
before,
be a longer
it's
episode.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic series.
That was our review.
We hope you enjoyed
WandaVision.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it.
We'll be back for Falcon and the Winter Soldier in
whenever.
a number of weeks.
a number of weeks.
Yeah.
Yes. 9 in particular, probably. And that's it. Till then, we are the Obras, and we want to talk to you about stuff.
Wiggly woo.